to get the knack of this, but now that we have it, this goes really quickly. So this is a 4x4 8-footer. Five more to do.
There you go.
Oh, actually 7 more to do, right? We're doing 8. 7 more. Good job. So here is our 4x4 posts and a couple of 2x4s. We started after 10 this morning. It's now 2:30 and we're doing really well, but it's going so well that I actually want to put this to a timer because I want to see how long it takes us to make a 4x4 post. So we have this set up, ready to go. And I'm going to ask Suri to set a timer and we're going to get going. Here we go. We have a 4x4 post in 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Pretty damn good.
Okay, so we're just here getting ready to start the outhouse build. We are going to square off a sheet of plywood that's 4x8. That'll be the dimensions of the outhouse. And we've got our 6x6 frame foundation here, and we're going to trim these pieces to where we need them and then burn them to prevent the water, and then we'll start going over and getting all of the 4x4 posts that we milled yesterday and start assembling it. So we have our 6x6 posts mounted, and we've just squaring them off the plywood for now, and we got skis cut in, and then we're going to mount the 6x6s across the door, the entranceway, and the back, and then start building the 4x4s off that for the uprights. So here we are with the frame cut and just about ready to get lag bolted in place. So there'll be a covered porch, the front door will be here, and then the toilet area will be here. We're actually thinking we should have one more 4x4 just to go across here for the toilet area, but I think we'll actually just frame 2x4s off the 4x4 stud uprights. What do you think you're doing? Are you staying out of trouble? All right, the world's tallest outhouse is got the uprights in place, and now we're going to start to get the lean-to roof design.
So we have the frame up, and now we're going to do a lean-to roof. So what we did is we just took a 2x4, created the lean we wanted. We knew we wanted it at least, or 8 on the front, which is the longest board, and the lowest point would be 6 feet in the back. And so we just put on a board, leveled all of the standing boards, and then used a 2x4 to come up with our lean. And now we're gonna cut the tops of those boards off, and then hopefully they'll be even or level enough that we can put another board on top of it.
Okay, so here we are. We've got most of the framing for the skeleton in place. We did a couple of 4x4 posts for the seat, and we'll skirt that with some 2x4s on the inside. Another couple of posts to cut at the top there, and then put a 4x4 down the top, and then we'll start strapping the roof. Were you digging the shitter? What were you doing in there? What are you doing?
All right, we have a seat. So we constructed these 4x4 posts at about just under 18 inches high, and then we did a 2x4 at the bottom, at the top, on both sides, and then we did 2 across on the inside just to support the seat. And then we did a plywood top and front, and then we'll add a little piece of trim or something if necessary. We got our seat, and then we added our support beams on the top. Gave it a little overhang. We actually wanted more of an overhang, but it didn't work out. We had actually milled about 8 feet 6 inches 2x4s, so we ended up cutting it off. But everything, I think we've done very well today. It's been a good test of our relationship. And we splurged and got a little fancy. So soft clothes. Surprisingly, this was really cheap for a soft close toilet.
Now we just milled all of our flooring. We did 1x5s, 1x6s that we're going to stack and mix in here, and stuff's bringing them in right now. And we have flooring mostly in. We have a couple of cuts. We got to go into town to get some stuff, so we're gonna take a break and then resume. So we'll have enough logs that we cut this morning to start the siding. We're going into town right now to get the plastic roofing. So we've had some weather kind of come in. It's kind of clearing now, but there was like a giant black wall of rain coming in at us, so kind of planned to pack it in, but we'll go get our errands done and we'll come back and get the roof on. So we have the boards going on the back now, so we're going to do the board and batten style joints. So that's what it'll look like. We're just getting ready to put some garbage bags in the rear of the outhouse, so we're gonna do like just splash guards for pee. So garbage bags across there just nailed in, stapled in, and then same on the back side. And then we're gonna start the framing of the sides. So we've got a whole bunch that we milled today. They're a mix between 1x4s, or 1/2 inch by 4, 1/2 inch by 5, and 1/2 inch by 6. Bud, are you helping stain? Are you helping stain? What a good boy.
Here we are. We have the batten on, the 3 sides. We have it stained, which today we're going to work on the batten for the front. Stain that. We're going to stain the posts, and then we're going to move this. And then what we'll have left is the trim pieces along the sides, and then this is the inside. So the batten actually looks really cool, I think, anyway.
Don't forget my solar light.
Oh yeah, and we actually added a solar light. We added the door and the handles already, the latch from inside and outside, and then this cool solar light.
And then 2 will go out here.
And those, and that's actually just to help you see that latch and the handle. And then we're gonna add 2 solar lights on the posts. This project was milled, all the wood was milled by us, except for obviously the plywood that we used for the seat. Everything else was milled by us, which is why this project took so long. So really all we paid for this project was the handles, the latches, the solar light we had already, but they're about $7, and we just wanted to use it. The hinges, the 3 hinges, this stain. So we went through a can and a bit of the honeywood color that we're actually going to use it for some of our posts. So we wanted extra anyway. We used a can of black stain, and actually just a small can, which was good. And then of course the roofing. So we purchased it's kind of a smoky color, a tint, and that was probably one of the most expensive things of the whole thing, because they're only 2 feet wide, 10 feet long, and they were $40 a sheet. And then the other thing that was a little expensive was the legs. So we legged the 6x6s together, and those were with 8-inch leg bolts. So I think we used 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think we ended up using like 16 on this project, and they were like $3.50 a piece, so a little expensive. And that, I think, was all of our costs. So and our toilet seat and our toilet paper roll, but they weren't too bad. So here we go, we're moving it.